Hi, everybody. I'm Diane Brady. I'm here with my colleague, Jeremy Bogaisky, and we are talking about Billionaire who allegedly price-gouged the Pentagon. Jeremy, tell us more about this story.
There's a company called TransDigm, which I think probably most people haven't heard of. They're a maker of parts that go into airplanes and helicopters, and they have operated a playbook of trying to be like a private equity company operating in the public market. It's what they do is they buy small makers of parts that are exclusive to that company. They're the only maker of that type of part. Oftentimes these are family-owned companies or owned by a private equity firm.
So they establish a monopoly, basically.
Yeah, that's the idea. And what they do when they buy these companies is they often work to improve productivity per head. That's a metric they look at, which often means that they lay off workers. And more importantly, for why we're looking at them is they raise prices, oftentimes by very, very high amounts. And the Department of Defense has done a number of audits and reviews of the company, and they have found that the company has been ringing up profit margins of astronomical amounts.
Like what kind of amounts are we talking about? Can you give us an example?
Sure. There's a part called a quick disconnect coupling half, and the profit margin that the DoD determined TransDigm made on this part on purchase in 2018 was over 4,000%. That's kind of par for the course for many of the things that they sell to DoD.
And what do you take away from this exercise? I mean, you know, in terms of as a reporter, maybe what surprised you, or even what you've learned from this that will stick with you?
That there are a lot of things that Congress could do to make it so that these companies can't charge such high prices, and to give the Pentagon more power to get a better deal for taxpayers. I should also say, and this is an important point, the investigations that have come out of the Pentagon into TransDigm's pricing practices have shed a lot of light on how aggressive they are in raising prices, but they are not primarily a defense contractor. 43% of their business is in defense. But the bulk of their business is in commercial aerospace. They sell parts for airplanes that are flown by all of us airlines, and they're also very aggressive in their pricing with airlines and with Boeing and Airbus and small plane makers. And so that's something where it more quietly is affecting all of us as travelers.
Yeah.
The sources I've spoken to have told me that the airlines are often very unhappy about having to pay up the prices that TransDigm is charging, but they don't have a choice. One of my sources, who's a former employee at one of their units, said, don't like it, your plane doesn't fly.